Okay, guys, we've been talking a lot about Aryaka, and super excited to have you guys in the portfolio. You're doing some very, very cool things, frankly, disruptive things when it comes to wide area networks. And I'm sitting here with Dave Nudie. Dave is the head of sales for the Americas for Aryaka. And you and I have had lots of conversations about this. It occurs to me that it'd be helpful to draw a picture. You see, we've been always, right? I mean, I'm a visual guy, a lot of our partners are. We've been in the MPLS game a long time, and in trying to understand visually how your solution is different from a traditional MPLS deployment, I think could be a real help. So let me give you a picture of a very simple MPLS network that that we sell, our partners sell every single day, right? It's multi-location. They have 2, 3, 20, 80, 100 sites connected together on a private MPLS network to transfer all their mission critical applications back and forth. They also, at these remote locations, they also have connections to the internet at each location.
Typically a backup of some kind.
Yeah, absolutely, and that becomes a real important part of the equation. They all have internet connectivity, and so from a management perspective, I got to deploy all this. I gotta manage all of it. I have to have visibility of all of it. I've got to make sure that my applications are performing the right way, the security elements, all of that. And as I grow my business, I have to figure out how to take new locations and integrate them into this infrastructure. But we've done a bunch of this, man. It works. What's wrong with this?
Right. It's a great question. It's actually there's baseline characteristics to that model that are critically important to application performance.
Yeah.
The stability, of stable latency across these private links, as well as guaranteed bandwidth that you're not sharing with another user. Those characteristics are incredibly important, especially when you're talking real-time voice and video traffic. So there's absolutely value in this model. Where it has a disconnect with what's happening in the enterprise world today is that applications just simply aren't in the data center any longer. They're moving out in record speed. This is the fastest technology transition the WAN has ever seen in adoption to external resources. And not only that, but it carries with it such a long deployment cycle and tail to it, dependent upon private layer 2 links at the edge that can take months to deploy, that the agility just isn't there that the enterprise has to have today.
Got it.
There has to be a better way.
So your goal then is to design a network that's more flexible, that's more agile, and that you can kind of build off of, and frankly take advantage of this huge trend of applications moving over the public internet.
Right, without abandoning any of the characteristics that the enterprise continues to require today.
All right, man. I'm not from Missouri, but I'm a big believer in show me. So let's do this. I'm going to have you draw the picture of how this would look from an Aryaka perspective. Go for it.
Okay, let's give it a shot. So the first thing is we're going to retain the layer 2 core in the middle, only we're going to replace that MPLS with Aryaka.
Okay, still layer 2, still private IP network.
Still layer 2, still private IP, actually not part of the shared MPLS infrastructure. It's more resilient, it's carrier redundant, there are no single points of failure at any point within this network. We are actually providing the equivalent of multiple MPLS backbones to our enterprise customers.
Great.
We just pre-built it for them and then infused it with the intelligence to make it multi-tenant.
Got it. Love it. All right.
At the edge, there are still locations that exist. And I'm going to come to these in just a moment. They still sit at the edge, and they still have their internet connections sitting there. And a lot of what's happening around SDN, software-defined WAN today, asks the question of how do I leverage these high bandwidth internet connections? It's so much more accessible now today. Buildings are being lit up every single day with high bandwidth internet. And for Aryaka, we want to leverage those circuits. We want to take advantage of those. We want to multi-purpose them. The biggest shift in applications for the enterprise today is a move to HTTP and HTTPS traffic. What that means is that the applications are not in their data center any longer. They're now in SaaS, cloud, Azure, O365, AWS. Wherever they happen to be. And the Aryaka platform is designed to acknowledge all of them. For these connections, we're going to leverage internet to on-ramp to a nearby Aryaka point of presence to enter our core network and provide the same characteristics as an MPLS link. Stable latency, guaranteed bandwidth, but with more resiliency, actually a higher SLA than you get on a single provider as a result. We don't just use one, we use multiple at every pop. across things and create that bridge. In addition, is that at the edge of this footprint can be AWS.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can be Salesforce.com.
Yeah.
We are agnostic to any and every edge point on your WAN and being able to integrate that into the core of our network.
Got it.
Now, the real key here is what's in this network. It's been a shallow characteristic of Aryaka is describing us as a company that just put a bunch of MPLS together and now we're slicing off pieces of it.
Right.
It's couldn't be further from accurate.
Yep.
At the baseline core of this network is our SDN platform. And within that platform is the orchestration engine that is patented, built from the ground up, and manages multi-tenancy per customer. That means that no customers share routing. Don't share traffic, separate encryption. We don't have a business until we do that. And we have customers in the Fortune 100. We're not doing business with them if we're putting them on an open environment where it is visible. It's completely secured. Also embedded within these points of presence is where we have our application acceleration stack, TCP optimization, dedupe, compression, managed firewall services, link aggregation capabilities. Now you have a single platform that is displacing a whole slew of independent solutions that the enterprise was forced to cobble together through long deployment schedules, CapEx, management, and just pain that our partners don't like to deal with any more than they do.
Yeah.
So with Aryaka, now you have a platform you can turn up in hours instead of months, get immediate gratification, and at the end of the day, we allow every single customer who comes on board a chance to test it and validate it themselves before they're committed to anything long term.
That's a pretty smart network.
It's an extremely smart network. It's evolving what we like to call dumb tunnel technology into truly intelligent networking.
Yes.
It's a CIO's network that he can configure to his exact use case. Rather than having to piecemeal together solutions to hopefully arrive at something close enough to get to that desired business outcome he's trying to achieve.
Hey, that was really helpful for me. Hope it was helpful for all of you guys. Really paints the kind of the before and after here of the network we've always sold and the network that we may be able to make a killing on going forward. So thank you, man. Very clear stuff. Appreciate it.
Counting on it.
All right,
Thank
guys.
you.
David Nudie, he's the head of sales for the Americas for Aryaka and one of our go-to suppliers for next generation smart networking. Check them out, guys. Get smart about them. You can make big money selling SD-WAN services with Aryaka. Good selling.